Abby Lee Miller on Maddie Ziegler feud. Hope keep watching for more details. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Alana. Welcome back to my channel. Like this video and enjoy this video. Don't miss the main topic of this video, so let's start the latest update. Dance Moms star Abby Lee Miller on Maddie Ziegler feud. Dance Moms star Abby Lee Miller reflected on her strained relationship with Maddie Ziegler and said there's still a lot of ugly darkness there. It comes a year after Maddie admitted she'd blocked out lots of her childhood due to finding her time on Dance Moms incredibly toxic. Abby Lee Miller is looking back on her relationship with Maddie Ziegler. I've blocked out so much of my childhood that I actually don't know what my life was like, even just before working, she said. And when it comes to her former teacher, Maddie noted that she was left having to unlearn lots of what she'd been taught. My dance teacher taught that if you don't get the trophy, if you don't get the crown, you are less than, which is the worst way to train a kid. It carries into other life lessons, she said. Maddie went on to claim that she and her family spent 3 seasons worth of time trying to get her off Dance Moms, though to no avail because of her contract. When she finally did manage to quit the show, Abby was memorably left in tears, something that left Maddie feeling guilty for the longest time. For the longest time, we felt so guilty. She trained me, she helped me, but also, I knew I would be okay without her, and I was sick of being in a toxic environment. I haven't spoken to her since, Maddie said of Abby. Meanwhile, Abby has also clashed with Maddie's sister Mackenzie Ziegler and their mom, Melissa Ziegler. Speaking out about her strained relationship with them all now, Abby sat down for an appearance on Sophia Franklin's Sophia with an F podcast to discuss the tension. Getting candid, Abby, 57, told Sophia, "I can't really separate Maddie from her sister and her mother, and there is some, I don't want to use the term bad blood, but there are some devastating things there." Noting that there's a lot of ugly darkness there, Abby went on to allege that she did not receive 1 penny from Mackenzie's 2014 song, "It's a Girl Party," despite having produced it. A song that went to no 1 in 3 countries on iTunes. It's a girl party. I produced it. I bought the song. I did everything for that child. Maxie was my creation, Abby claimed. Thanks for watching my video. Despite his apparent love for fatherhood, the picture with the text showed Lionel Richie and his 2 kids all dressed in matching tracksuits. One worry plagued Lionel Richie for many years: the anxiety of having grandchildren after spending decades developing a successful music career and cultivating an image as a heartthrob. Lionel Richie initially struggled to accept the role of her grandfather out of genuine fear. Worried about how his fans would perceive him, he once frankly confessed, "I don't know if I'm going to be a grandpa. I'm not sure if I'm ready to be referred to as a grandpa." The idea of going from being a cherished top icon to becoming a grandparent was daunting for Lionel. It was evident that he worried that becoming a grandfather might make him less appealing to his adoring fans, possibly putting an end to his illustrious music career. In 2007, the worry of losing his status as a heartthrob consumed his thoughts. When word spread that Lionel Richie's daughter Nicole was expecting her first child with Joe Maiden, his fear of becoming a grandfather was put to the test. He admitted he wasn't ready for this new chapter in his life because the prospect of becoming a grandfather looms large, and he couldn't help but wonder how he would pass on his career. In his own words, he experienced a panic fearing that this might actually be the case. Lionel's perspectives started to change as he realized that becoming a grandfather didn't mean the end of his career or his identity as a heartthrob, but rather that it marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life, one filled with joy and love. The birth of his first grandchild brought enormous happiness to Lionel and his family. He also realized that being a grandfather was a role he could embrace with open arms. When Lionel Richie became a grandfather, he initially thought about using the name Jippa to avoid feeling too old. However, he soon realized that his efforts were futile because his grandchildren, Harlow and later Sparrow, officially referred to him as Pop Pop. This enduring moniker helped bring his monster to life. The expression on Lionel's face warmed his heart and began to represent the love and bond he had with his grandkids. The term grandpa no longer conjured up images of terror for him, but rather of love, joy, and cherished time spent with family. Lionel Richie's transformation into a grandfather allowed him to experience the world through the eyes of his grandchildren, releasingly in their innocence and wonder. His heart melted every time they came through the door, a testament to the love and joy they brought into his life. As a devoted grandfather, Lionel Richie couldn't resist occasionally trailing his grandchildren because his love for them knew no bounds. This phrase's "despite his young children" occasionally produced comical circumstances. Despite the occasional occasion of Lionel revolt rotting out in the joy of being a grandfather, he treasured the moments he spent playing with his grandchildren, knowing that he could return them to their parents when the time came. Lana once recalled a moment when his daughter Nicole would probe the kids to find out if Papa had given them any treats. He tried to convince Harlow to accept some candies from him, but the young boy politely declined and prompted went in to inform his mom Nicole. It was a full-circle moment when he realized that the love and bond he shared with his children and grandchildren mirrored the love and bond he had with his own parents. He found joy and fulfillment in watching his children grow and thrive as he understood the profound happiness his parents may have felt when he as a young boy started his own journey of fatherhood. His brilliant career's Honda shine and elegance in 2017, Lionel Richie battled a number of health issues that posed a long-term danger to his career as a musician. When Lionel Richie was told that he had serious pneumonia, his life took an unexpected turn. One of the most concerning effects of his illness, which left him in poor Britain and unable to perform, was the paralysis of his diaphragm, making it a potentially fatal situation. As he battled for his life, Lionel Richie's career was in jeopardy. The path to recovery was difficult, requiring months of tough therapy and demanding breathing exercises to regain his strength while he eventually overcame pneumonia. His health has been negatively affected by the conflict. He had a permanently damaged lung. A remembrance of the terrible pneumonia that almost resulted in his career being over in 2020, Lionel Richie had to deal with yet another health issue. He was diagnosed with vocal fox nod use, a condition that threatened to affect his ability to sing, a seal that had defined his life and career. Recovery required surgical intervention. Excessive cortisone used before singing combined with a history of alcohol consumption and inadequate rest after performances took a toll on his vocal cords. It was a testament to his willpower and fortitude that he was able to come out of this ordeal with his voice unharmed as Lionel Richie continued to navigate the highs and lows of his life, and his battle with alcoholism became more and more evident this Debbie. Lionel Richie underwent surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center to remove the vocaphone audios. There's more to prevent a moment in his career as he battled not only health issues, but also 2022 health journey was characterized by a number of health problems that were made worse by his alcoholism battles. In April 2023, Lionel Richie had to deal with a number of health issues, including diabetic retinopathy in one of his eyes, which threatened his vision but was successfully treated through surgery. Gastritis also required surgery, which added to the list of issues he had to deal with. Pancreatic cancer was the tragic prognosis that Lionel Richie announced. The short survival rates of this aggressive and frequently lethal disease are well known. Notwithstanding the seriousness of his circumstance, on September 10, 2023, Lionel Richie will fight pancreatic cancer with grace and tenacity. While the cause of death of Lionel Richie's house journey was not formally determined by an autopsy, it was speculated that he most likely perished from the effects of pancreatic cancer and Homestead Hospital in Homestead, California. 14 tributes to a musical legend from both fans and other musicians. Thanks for watching my video.